G'day mate, welcome back to Factorio with me, JD, or possibly welcome to Factorio with me, JD. Either way, this is the weekly recap episode. This might be the first episode you've seen in the series, so in that case, definitely welcome. So this series is called Rocket Rush, mainly because what the plan for this series is to rush a rocket. Now it's not going to be a speedrun style where I just try and get a rocket off the ground as fast as possible, because when you build a speedrunner base to launch a rocket, they're really good at launching a rocket, but not so good at launching a second or a third or any other rockets apart from the first one. They're really good at doing the first one, not so good at doing anything after that. So this series is going to be different. We want to build a mega base. Well, we want to build a rocket and get a rocket launched as fast as possible, but also have a really good foundation to go up towards a mega base. Main reason I want to do that is when this series is done in hopefully a week, I'm hoping another week it'll take me to launch a rocket, possibly two. The series will stop, new series will start with the exact same map and everything else. It's just the goal will change because the channel recently hit 5,000 subscribers. Now, I've had a lot of people message me like when the channel update video came out, a week and a half ago now. Like, holy crap, JD, you've only got 5,000 subscribers? And I'm like, yeah, in 3 years, I've only managed to convince 5,000 of you guys to scroll down just a little bit, just a little bit, yep, and click that little red subscribe button. You know, I'll give you a chance that you can scroll down and click that button right now. I'd appreciate it. It helps grow the channel, because I don't have the beg that it seems every other YouTuber does, that you click the subscribe button every single time you watch a video. I figure if you guys are going to click it, you'll probably just click it. But yeah, if you've watched every episode so far this week, you should probably click that subscribe button. Anyway, on with this episode. On with the description. So what actually happens is, as I said, at the end of the launching of a rocket, we're going to take this base over and do something special for you guys, the supporters, those that have actually clicked subscribe. The current working title is Subscriber Special, but, you know, if you guys have got any better suggestions for what the hell to call the new series, please leave them down in the comment section below. Because, yeah, I don't have a better name so far. Anyway, the plan is when the Subscriber Special starts, I'll do something special for every single one of you guys that has clicked subscribe. If I can get access to your names, because you have the option set in your YouTube privacy settings that the channel that you are subscribing to, I can access your name and get your name, then you will have your name you will have your name displayed in that series. If I can't, then you're just going to have random subscriber number, whatever it happens to be. Now, in saying that, I have already gathered the first 5,000 names that I possibly could, and that took like a week of working out how Factorio API works, getting auth tags working for Google APIs, then scraping my emails for every single email I've got for every new subscriber that I've got. It was an absolute nightmare, but I've done what I can for first 5,000. Everybody since the 5,000 mark and upwards, well, hopefully, well, definitely if I get your details, are going to get added to the new series in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, with that said, it's time for the actual base tour. So this is where we are after a week. Now, when I say a week, that is 3 hours and 49 minutes and 20 seconds worth of actual gameplay. And I gotta say, the total video time on YouTube, according to, total video time is 3 hours and like 52 minutes. So I guess I rambled for a couple of minutes in the first episode, just sort of explaining how the series was going to work and all that sort of stuff, as I'm doing right now. So, quick base tour. Mods. So, mods wise, down the description you're going to find 3 important things, depending. You're going to find the map exchange string. So if you want to play along on the exact same map that I'm using, by all means, you can grab the map exchange string there. On top of that, there's actually a save for episode 1. So if you want to play along with the exact same settings I've got, you can download the episode 1 save. Lastly, there is a mod list. Now, in the mod list, all mods are subject to change, as always. But so far for this series, we're not even using half the mods. Half the mods are actually designed for the series after this, being the subscriber special one. So the mods we're actually using right now and matter. There's good old max rate calculator, which I don't have. Yep, I can run that over that, which will tell me however many furnaces I just selected will do, items in, items out. So we've got max rate calculator. We have the mining drones. Now, the mining drones are a cute little mod. Basically, they replace your electric miners with tiny itty-bitty engineers who hand mine everything. I've got it installed, 1, because I think it's cute, 2, because I think it's cute, 3, because it's cute. I gotta admit, there's no real logical reason to have these guys installed over traditional miners. In fact, I think traditional miners would be way better as far as UPS is concerned. But like, I've got these installed for the moment. They'll probably get pulled out in the next series eventually. On top of that, we have our lovely list over here, the Production Statistics Hub, I think it's called, which tells you how many items are in and out per second. So like, I'm making 2.9k iron and I'm using 3k iron. I'm making 1.6k copper and I'm using 2k copper, which sounds bad, but I can look at the smelters here and see, hey, they're all, like, I've got this whole line here idle. So obviously, yeah, it's fine. Gears wise, green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits, oil itself, I can add items. So if I want to know how much sulfur we're making and then wanted to wait, I think mine's set to a 5-minute average, so eventually that would pop up. I'll leave that there, and oh, there we go. So I'm making 154 sulfur, and I'm using 155. So there's that mod installed. The other one I have is Time Tools up here. Time Tools is actually mainly installed so I can get screenshots, because I can slow down time without console commands. I can speed up time without console commands. I can set time back to normal, and I can also click this one to just get instant daytime, which is all about the thumbnails. That's really why that one's installed. We have the rocket launched number. I can't remember what the mod's called because it's a brand new one to me. But basically just keeps track of how many rockets I've launched. It doesn't matter what type of rocket they are, what's in them. It just counts rockets. So whether I launch them empty payload, with a fish, with a satellite, anything like that, it just keeps a total number. Mainly, again, installed for the next series. Above and beyond that, I have Tiny Armor. Tiny Armor just gave me some starting armor with a couple of personal robots, a couple of batteries, a couple of tiny fusion reactors. Again, just it helps you get early game started. In saying that, I didn't use the early robots. They've actually been sitting in this box the whole time, which we're going to go release out into the wilderness, because we did get real roboports and real robot construction in the last episode, so they can go off and join the network. Main thing I've actually been using to speed up construction is the construction drones right here, and if we tell them to build something, Compotrons just run out and build things, and same with deconstructing. They can deconstruct things. Again, just helps me rush through early game a little bit. As for, I think that's it mod-wise. I know there's more in the description. Yeah, there's Factory Extended, not playing with that this series. There's the Stacked Recipes, not playing with that this series. They'll both really come into effect in the next series when we start doing the subscriber special. Still working name. So, that's pretty much it, I think. I know I'm going to be missing some. By all means, down in the comment section, ask me what the mod is and why do I have it installed, and I'll answer it in the next recap episode, or I'll answer it in the comment section below. We do have stackers installed. That is one of the mods I am using. Basically, it's just an inserter that fills the whole belt. That's all it really is, and it just comes down to they're easy to place down, and because we're going to be going to mega base scale, they're going to really help us in life. Mainly because in Factory Extended there are purple belts that move 75 items per second, and you have no idea how many stack inserters you need to fill up half a 75 item per second belt, and then fill the other half the side. It's ridiculous. So a simple loader fixes that problem. Technically, loaders are part of vanilla gameplay, but they're just not accessible in vanilla gameplay. So yeah, on with the base tour. So we have Our power plants down here, which I just realised you, and you are missing a pipe the whole time. So they've never been running at all, and they've never helped with the power production. But we had to, last episode I think it was, double the size of power because we just reached that point where we're using one whole 1 by 20, but no, 1 by, 20 by 40. Yeah, so one offshore pump can supply enough water to do 20 steam 20 boilers to do 40 steam engines. So last episode we had to double power. We have obviously coal down here, iron, copper up here, iron up here. We already have 4 belts of copper and iron. We have room on the bus intentionally left to do 6 of each, so we will be upgrading that in the future. Also, you might notice it's a week in and I still have a pistol because I haven't even upgraded to an SMG, mainly because biters are turned not off but way down in this series. We just want that one and that one. Trash slots, please. More trash slots, please. More trash slots. Thank you. This biters are turned way down in this series. Now, they're not turned off, and my reasoning is I figure with the last series word got around that you don't play with the JD, and hopefully they've decided to leave me alone until they can evolve high enough that they're actually a challenge. So, biters are turned down, but they're still out there. They will still become a problem sooner or later. I don't want anything for free, basically, and eventually we'll have to deal with them. As for the bus itself, as I said, we got potentially 6 lanes of iron, 6 lanes of copper. I already have gears on a dedicated belt, which I need to just remind. I've been doing this the whole series. I can't build anything in a straight line. Competrons are a physical item, so they have a habit of knocking you out of a straight line. It's really frustrating sometimes. So I have gears on a belt. Plan is to have two lanes of gears eventually. We have green circuits on a belt. I currently have 4. Sort of wishing I had more. I have a feeling maybe after we've launched the rocket, I'll reconfigure the bus and rearrange things because I'm not happy with a lot of things so far. And again, this is going to be new-ish for my normal regular watches. I don't tend to build a bus. I tend to start off with all the intention of making a bus, and I tend to fail at that fairly quickly. I'm quite happy building a spaghetti, and this has probably been the neatest bus I've had for the furthest period into the game so far. Probably because it's really been rushed through, and I've been trying to keep it neat. In saying that, you can already see that it's definitely got some teething issues. The other thing is down the description, you're also going to find, and this is new for me or new for my playstyle. This series, I've actually brought in a whole bunch of blueprints, and as I use these blueprints, you will find them down the description below. So, like, I've got a blueprint for making gears, so you're going to find down the description that is going to be a blueprint for more gear production where you can just paste them one on top of one another to do exactly what I have done here. Normally, I don't carry my blueprints from game to game to game. I tend to make everything new for the 20th time. Really, essentially, somewhat reinventing the wheel. Main reason I do that is every single time I do it, I become a little bit better at it. The builds get a little bit more refined. So, gear build's pretty simple. Green circuit build, it's been rearranged multiple times to make sure I can use fast inserters because they're the only thing fast enough to keep up with the full green circuit build, which needs another splitter there, I just realized. Probably also needs a 4-to-4 lane balancer right here, but that's a later problem. Again, you'll find that blueprint down in the description below. We also have my workshop. Now, my workshop is one of those things that last series, Bite of Hell, was the first time I've actually imported a workshop from a warehouse from one series into the next. A main reason being that I don't normally see a need to. I normally just make a new one in the next series, and therefore every single time they'd always have, there'd always be another revision. They've always been improved, all that sort of stuff. So this has been the first time I've actually carried it from one series to the next. And I found it a great help to be able to just stamp it down. So again, this blueprint, the Mark 1 version, is down in the description. When I actually use the full final version, after I've unlocked all the tech, that one will also be down in the description below. I just need some passive providers to hopefully get Roboports into a passive provider chest, providing the Competrons don't run off with them all. And also need to get some storage chests down here. And then we can actually start putting the robot slaves to work. On top of that, you're going to find my red-green science build is also down in the description below. Because I literally made it up 20 minutes before the series started. Red-green science is not that hard. Military, same story. You're going to find that blueprint down in the description below. It's been really handy, this series, just being able to dump down blueprints to get things done in a hurry. You'll find my engine build, which is a pretty simple engine build. There's nothing too complicated here. Again, it's down in the description below. Main reason... No. Yeah, it's down in the description below. It actually has its own separate gear input, which I pulled off because I decided to put gears on the bus. Red circuits, again, down in the description below. You're going to find a blueprint for that one as well. Red circuits is one of those things that I've built and I've built and I've built and I've built and has been under revision, under revision. And the main reason I prefer my red circuit build, and I guess this is a little bit of boasting at the moment, over other people's builds, is it takes in a full lane of green circuits and a full lane of plastic. Which means at a later stage, you can upgrade these to red belt. By gosh, you can. And get an awful lot of red circuits out of the system. On top of that, it takes up copper on both outsides, which it feeds cables back down, and then just siphons off just the red circuits, leaving all the cables on the belt. And as we can see, if we follow our way up, like, there is a lot of cables just sitting on the belt doing absolutely nothing, but, you know, that's fine. Yeah, it just means all these assemblers turn off and everything's hunky-dory and everything keeps running. So, yeah, again, just one of those builds I've optimized by not carrying blueprints forward and actually making new blueprints or new builds every single time I do a new map. We have chemical science, which you will not find down in the description because it was not blueprinted. I just built that on the fly. And then finally, you're going to have my robot build, which is going to be down in the description because it's one of the ones I did import. It was actually really, really handy to... Logibots, please. Really, really handy to be able to dump this down and get robots up and running in the last episode. So, other things that we should cover is probably the oil build, which is at the far other side of the map, which is always nice and close. Look, bye robots. You go get all those passive providers that I probably don't need just yet put down. One thing I do want to do whilst I'm here... Inserters are down here. You're missing a stack inserter. Funnily enough, you need a stack inserter to make stack inserters. Let's just change that real quick. Okay. Again, you're going to find, you know, odd things laying around. Like this is my coal, my mining depot for my coal to run my plastic. And you might complain that I am built over ore already, and I'm going to build over ore again. The best thing about these mining depots, and it's probably one of the reasons I'm going to hang on to them for a while, is they don't care. They'll send these little mining dudes out underneath buildings and actually have them mine underneath a building. So I never have to worry about building over patches, which I absolutely love. So yeah, we're definitely short on coal. Okay, that's a problem that we solve next episode. I wanted to carry Roboports with me, actually. I wanted to get the robo range out and done. That there. Bye, robots. Which have to path around oil, you might notice, because... Yep. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. Now, as for oil itself, you can see it's a pretty simple build. It's oil cracking or heavy cracking and then light cracking, which I noticed was off by tile, meaning half it was broken. Plastic, sulfuric acid. Now, unfortunately, these are not down in the description below. Main reason is I didn't import them. I actually built these on the fly in episode 4, I guess. I guess it was episode 4. I honestly don't know. Or 4 or 5. Probably episode 5, actually. So you'll find these, only you'll get these is either wait till the end of the series when I do like a base tour or something like that, because I generally at the end of a series do a base tour, and when I do a base tour, I will also pop into the description. That's the issue. Get rid of that erroneous pipe. Oh, which of course was now part of the blueprint. Let's not have that part of the blueprint. Can we just, one of you pick that up, please? Thank you. Paste that there. Okay, fixed. Alright, yeah, cracking wasn't running because it was off by tile. So yeah, oil is one of those things you will not find down in the description, mainly because it was built on the fly and didn't actually blueprint it and import it. It is designed to run with beacons later, which is a later JD problem. But at the same time, if you do want a copy of it, you can either wait till the series ends. When series ends, then, as I said, I normally do a base tour. When I do a base tour, I generally put the link to a download file, or a link to the save file in the description. You can grab that save file then, and then take any parts of the base you want and blueprint them then. Or, by the same token, one of the perks I do have for Patreon members, YouTube subscribers, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers, that's long-winded. Any supporters of the channel. Any supporter of the channel do have access to my Discord. They can pop in the Discord into the Supporters Lounge, and they actually request any save file. So if you want a save file from episode 3, or you want a save file from Bite of Hell episode 53, whatever it happens to be, then, or any of my old series, any episode, you can pester me on Discord and grab a save. But that's pretty much the base tour. That's where we're up to. Obviously, next episode, I need to do something about the complete lack of miners down here doing coal. That's obviously running out. At the same time, next week, we're trying to rush to finish a rocket. So I need to get production science done, high-tech science. Oh, no, it's not called high-tech science. It's called utility science now. What else? Production science, utility science, then all the rocket components that we need, being rocket fuel, low density structures, and rocket control units, and the actual silo done, along with some prod mods, because that would be really smart, because I did a speed run and I forgot to put in prod mods for half of it. 112, that's the most amount of miners you can have. Okay, have 112 then. That should hopefully fix our coal problem. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this this recap episode. You will find this is going to be a daily series, same as my previous one was. So you are going to find new episodes every day. By all means, if you want to click the subscribe button, I will definitely. Well, then you'll definitely get a notification about tomorrow's episode. But yeah, either way, that's it. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. All right, bye.